Hello, this is Pastor French, bidding you welcome to another segment of Daily Bread. I started my last segment with a syllogism about absolutes, which are acceptable in most of the areas of life with the exception of one, which is truth. When Jesus stood before Pilate to be judged by him, it is interesting what the central theme of the conversation was. I give it here as recorded in John's Gospel, chapter 18, verses 37 and 38. Then Pilate said to him, "So you are a king?" Jesus answered, "You say that I am a king. For this purpose I was born, and for this purpose I have come into the world, to bear witness to the truth. Everyone who is of the truth listens to my voice." Pilate said to him, "What is truth?" And after he said this, he went back outside to the Jews and told them, "I find no guilt in him." This is indicative of mankind since the decision Adam made in the garden. He decided he would be the one to say what is true and what is not, thereby leaving the eternal truth of Jehovah and going his own way. Since that day, as far as the carnal mind of men would have it, there is no absolute truth. The noted psychologist Alfred Adler notes in this in a statement he made concerning metaphysics, which is the science of the principles and causes of all things existing, hence the science of mind and intelligence. Here's what he said: "I see no reason to be afraid of metaphysics. It has had a great influence on human life and development. We are not blessed with the possession of absolute truth. On that account, we are compelled to form theories for ourselves about our future, about the results of our actions, and so forth. Our ideal of social feeling as the final form of humanity, of an imagined state in which all the problems of life are solved and all our relations to the external world rightly adjusted, is a regulative ideal, a goal that gives our direction. This goal of perfection must bear within it the goal of an ideal community, because all that we value in life, all that endures and continues to endure, is eternally the product of this social feeling." Adler believed in holism, in keeping with what Jan Smuts, a South African statesman, military leader, and philosopher, articulated. Smuts coined the term holism. It had very much in common with Smuts' philosophy of life and as subsequently developed and embodied in his holism and evolution. Small units must develop into bigger wholes, and they in turn again must grow into larger and ever larger structures without cessation. Advancement lay along that path. Metaphysical Adlerians emphasize a spiritual holism, in keeping with what Jan Smuts articulated, that is, the spiritual sense of oneness that holism usually implies. It is from holos, a Greek word meaning all or entire, total. Smuts believed that evolution involves a progressive series of lesser wholes integrating into larger ones. While Smuts' text, Holism and Evolution, is thought to be a work of science, it actually attempts to unify evolution with a higher metaphysical principle, holism, the sense of connection and oneness revered in various religious traditions. Among these, Baha'i, Christianity, Judaism, Islam, and Buddhism finds a strong complement in Adler's thought. He admits as to being inspired by what he calls religious tradition, but still refuses to admit to absolute truth. His problem and the problem of mankind is that we are and have been since Adam leaning on our own intelligence. This is stated plainly by Solomon in his Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 5. "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding." So I will end this segment with another syllogism. Absolute truth must come from the same source, namely Jehovah. If we reject Jehovah as the source, then there can be no absolute truth. Something to think about. Thanks for watching. And remember, until next time, give love, give life, give Jesus.